We have a very clear idea of what we want to do. Since we represent roughly 100 members around the world in around about 30 countries, in the product world we are dealing with in credit and surety, it only can be always our aim to improve the value for our members. We have very loyal members in our line of business, being with Pasa for a very long time, and therefore, of course, we feel it as an obligation every year to give back the things we have promised before, so that they can really benefit from participating in our association as a normal member during the year, but also when they come to conferences and seminars during the year. In that respect, it is very important that the member feels that what we offer is really something he needs today. And therefore, we clearly focus on this. And the values we offer, of course, we want to offer at a very reasonable price, because members pay yearly fees, and they also pay to register for conferences, and so they should expect a high value of contributions. Doing so, we always, and also now in these 2 years, look through all our projects and works we are doing. And one of the major projects we, of course, always take care of, and is, I think, very important for Pasa members, is education. And as far as education is concerned, it's important to mention that we spend a lot of time on that topic. A few years ago, we even founded an own school, a Pasa school, which takes care of surety products, and now as well, very soon, of credit insurance products, where we teach our members, we try to offer education, and especially the next generation, because we are well aware of that education is a very, very important factor. The tools we here use is the possibility to be personally present on occasion of a Pasa seminar for 2 days. And if somebody cannot attend, by whatever kind of reason, we also offer e-learning possibilities, so that as well, from in any other corner of the world, you can easily access these things. And just if people are not sure whether they really are interested in this, we also have a tool to attract interest in a way that everybody can access an easy and quick summary of our school elements, so that you can check before whether that training program could be of interest to you. So then we, in such a situation with such a tool, we want to make sure that people, when they arrive, they really are quite sure that it will be of benefit. So that is something we have started some time ago, and we clearly will put further investment in these things. We do as well webinars where people can dial in several times in the year, and we are very active on that corner. So a few webinars per year are normally planned. Last but not least, we also do not want only to offer education for an introductory, but also for an advanced level. So whatever we offer here is always have different modules, so that all kind of people from our members companies feel that they are addressed by that program. And then, of course, apart from the normal school activities, we also do offer a prize. So if somebody during the year has developed a paper on an actual running topic which we feel is really worthwhile to publish, we will do that. We will present it on our General Assembly, and we will honor that with a interesting amount of money to pay back in a certain way the work and the confidence given into our organization. That's a little bit what we do on the education side, and that is a growing baby, so to say, and we will continue to do that, and I'm sure in future we will add further elements. I think that is something where we always, when we visit a country, we first look at the issues in the local country. Since we are now in Ecuador, it's clear that one of the main objectives is to take up the developments, the opportunities, but also the worries of local members as far as the developments are concerned in their underlying business. In that respect, we of course have a broad presence here on the conference of, let's say, local reputed persons, being it from the economic world or the political world. First of all, to listen to them, how they see it, but also we want to share our views with them so that they have an idea what we are dealing of, so that also our local members benefit from that we increase the understanding for our product in the respective country. That is always the first part, and this time this is of course happening here in Ecuador. The second part is, since many members are coming from many countries in the world, we clearly always want to show international developments. And this time, again, we have brought in high-quality speakers which try to monitor the developments on a worldwide basis. Here, especially in light of the political and partly economic turbulences in the world, where there is apparently a kind of a tiredness towards globalization, which for the time being at least means that protectionism and the reorientation to nationalistic or national approaches are growing ground again. And of course that has an immediate impact on our business, because our business lives from free trade, lives from open borders, and therefore we have to watch this development and try to go through that with our clients and exchange opinions. In that context as well, and here it belongs clearly to it, we also introduce a speaker to our Pasa world, which will take care of a product which is called political risk, which at the end of the day is very much searched today because of these developments. Because the more protectionist developments we find, the higher is the risk that the states interfere in private trade or investment transactions. And for these kind of things, the world also provide products, and that's why we want to share that as well with the Pasa family. That's the third part. And last but not least, what we always do when we are here, we would always look at with a local but also international perspective on the last developments of technical developments in our product world. And that is very often to exchange opinions about, for example, how pricing models have changed and how wordings are moving in our world, because that's the day-to-day business of our clients, and here we also want to offer an added value. I mean, first of all, we have means to do this, but we should not forget the main driver of growth in our business is always the underlying economic growth, i.e. the GDP growth. This is unfortunately something which is still not in our hands, so we have to live with the situations as they are. But clearly, in case of Pasa, we consider it to be our responsibility, besides that topic, to make sure that our products, our clients, find the best conditions in their markets. If I say best conditions, it means that we have an unlevel or a similar playing field for our product in the markets, and that not other players might be in a more advantageous situation. So we clearly want to watch this, and then also to go to local markets, take care of this, talk to local institutions and make them aware in case of the fact, in case that there is really an unfair treatment of our products in our world. That's what we mostly do in Latin America, and we want to intensify that activity in future, and here mostly via our working committees which are already in place. Outside Latin America, we are conscious of the fact that we will not have an own extra and independent organization for, let's say, lobbying for our products, for example, in Asia or in Europe or even in the United States. So we would really look forward to a cooperation with other associations which are active in these areas. Here we have a long-standing cooperation with other associations, and we will for sure in future continue that. and even intensify it, because I think if you want to be a respected partner towards entities like the World Bank or multilateral institutions, which today more and more are responsible for freeing up funds to be invested, which finally means that it would generate bonding or surety needs for us, you should be in touch with them. And here we want to share the appearance or the approach with our other association to join forces. Last but not least, something which is in the blood of Pasa is always that we want to spread knowledge. Because even if it's a relatively indirect way to help our products, at the end of the day, it is very important that the markets know about our products. And here we clearly want to make sure that local institutions and all the people who are relevant for us are aware of the benefits of our product line. This refers to surety, clearly, which is here a little bit easier because it's in most countries an obligatory product. If it comes to credit insurance, for example, it just depends on each and everybody's risk perception, whether they buy it or not. And here sometimes it's even more relevant that they know about the product. And we are doing quite an effort to spread that knowledge around together with our working committees so that in future more and more markets understand and see the benefit of these products. That's how I would summarize it, how we try to help to further grow the products. Well, I mean, today a few more countries are not in such an easy situation economically, which is at least in some cases related to the downturn in commodity prices, and here predominantly in oil and gas, which has been a very, very important source of income for many countries, also in Latin America. Prices are now in most cases stabilizing, but still not yet back to old levels, so still local governments and countries suffer from a reduction in income. I'm convinced that these prices will further stabilize. They might not go immediately back to old levels, but it will help to adjust over time. Clearly, of course, external factors is one thing, and so you can only hope that prices increase again. But I'm sure also all individual countries do their own homework to adjust to the new circumstances, which means that in the long run, or even in a medium term, I'm convinced that the economic growth is coming back. And so I'm convinced that also for our products, opportunities will again be more visible in the near future. Here we might need, in one or the other case, a little bit of patience, but in our business we are used to that. We are there for the long term. We normally accompany our clients for a very long time over business and economic cycles, and that refers to primary insurance clients as well as to reinsurers. And so we are used to that, and I'm sure over time then these markets will recover and will be back on track as far as growth is concerned. Because at the end of the day, locally here in Latin America, products, here especially the credit product is heavily underdeveloped and has still a lot of potential.